And
What's
welcome
up?
back.
I run this. Nobody cares what CJ's talking about.
Jesus.
Demetrius can't be with us again because he's a bitch and we miss him.
This is the Newsangl. Welcome. Jesus.
I'm Brandy. You know what the fuck it is. Gang, gang. Album comes out Thursday. Make sure you
Wait,
pop that
what?
shit.
What album?
I'm promoting a mixtape or something. That's what I do.
Oh, okay. I'm CJ and I'm confused. So,
CJ's on the album. She's doing a couple tracks with me.
When did we record this?
Like, why are you ruining everything?
I'm just asking.
It's the shit Heather be talking about.
Wait, why you be talking to Heather like that? It's
just... the same reason why she be sending me all them damn emojis and shit on.
You want her save people, so I have her she just be sending. You get like 60 messages right
at once, and I'm looking at my phone thinking, okay, the niggas is blowing me up. No, Heather is blowing me up.
It's your niece. It's your niece in fucking like face fucking filter.
Oh yeah, she always puts her face in the filters, and then she'll do a whole bunch of hearts, and I'm just like, oh my god.
Oh, I think the only people who actually respond to her like pretty well is her grandparents, because you know they ain't doing nothing either.
Oh yeah, they're not. They'll take it.
No, just put her on mute and check it later. You know, all that good stuff. I'm sure you already have.
I don't want to mute her. I didn't mute her. I muted your bridal party before I muted Heather.
Oh damn! Damn, that's fucked up.
As soon as I saw them bitches, I said no, bloop bloop. Can't do it.
Don't be rude. I had to tell my maid of honor. I was like, listen, I have a group of bitches that are bitches, so.
Wait a minute.
Listen, I'm not singling you out. I'm saying my whole entire bridesmaids crew is a whole bunch of us. Just definitely because that's the only way you can be friends with me is if you are a strong personality. Think about it.
We stop you when you're lying.
I'm just saying. So there's 7 of us like this. I almost want to go live just for the podcast. So people
oh my god,
see.
That would be so great. Oh my god, we have to do that next year, like a pre-party for you.
I think we might.
I would love that so much.
We might have to.
Kind of like doing a build up to your getting married.
I have to do a fake bachelorette party or something because
I would. Oh my god, yes.
We'll just call it that.
I'd be here for that
and just party it up and then do the whole ceremony thing
and then do it. Yeah, I'd be here for that.
Anyway, since Dee's not here, we're gonna shorten and sweeten it again because I mean there's just us. So let's start with some easy things today. Apparently Trump said that he was the best president ever on Twitter again.
That must say your favorite president. He made that shit.
And all of a sudden now he's wearing a mask because he's like, you have to wear a mask.
Huh, look at that.
I just don't know where this change of heart happened. I don't know if it had to do with all these other countries banning us. And you know how he likes to look good.
Okay, because he'll definitely fold under a certain amount of pressure. And he's definitely externally focused. But I'm also like, you can't be too externally focused. Well, I should say he's externally focused on the group of people who are obsessed with him.
Right.
So that's who a lot of this is for. And then there's always these shots and trolling for the people that he knows is that bothered by him, which I'm always kind of talking to those people now, like, don't let this guy like and his fans really fuck your whole day up because he tweets something, because he says something. We've all ran into different Trumps at work, at a bar. Like, this shit ain't new for a lot of people of color. So I'm like, don't let that man have that much power.
I just don't know, like, where to go with his bullshit. Like, it's what it is. It's bullshit. Every turn that he takes is just more bullshit upon bullshit. And I don't have any other word to describe it right now.
Because there's nothing else to describe it. It's definitely consistently that bullshit.
But anyway, speaking of bullshit, scientists are now one step closer to delay aging. They found some fucking mitochondrial cell situation with yeast.
I should say for who?
For the white people. Sure.
Because I'm like, we're like 40 plus, so we're good.
She said, black don't crack, and you know what, bitch? Asian don't raisin. So
I'm like, I think we'll be fine.
I don't know. I'm okay. Like, I'm still getting carded, so I'm not sad yet. Like, for alcohol and stuff. So.
I don't know if I'll ever be sad because thank God, I'm very blessed to still have my mom living and kicking it. And a lot of the older women in my family, and even my 101-year-old extra ass grandma.
Yes,
who
grandma.
Still oh gosh, she's so
I seen
extra.
her pictures on the wedding thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, out there on the floor. We rolled around the floor. She in her wheelchair and dancing. So needless to say, I come from a family of dime divas, so I'm like, I'll be fine. I come from good stock on that.
My dad, when he passed, he was damn near 80, and he looked 60, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
And that's good.
And my mom is 70. She'll be 72 this year, and she looks like my fucking child. So
we're kind of like good there. It's like all we have to do is take care of our insides.
Yeah, that's what I've been working on.
Care of.
But
that's what your brother's been working on with me. Taking care of my insides.
Y'all heard that pause? That was my face talking. That pause was my face.
DJ, just accept it. Damn, like
gross. Like, no, but for real. So I don't know. I guess like this age-defying thing has always been a thing for everyone, everywhere. You know what I mean? Like,
it's so interesting that we're so obsessed, more so with women.
We can't look any. We've talked about this. We can't look any old way for the men's. That's what they say.
Girl, fuck them. Meanwhile, they can have their dad bods and all the rest of the bullshit.
Gosh. When they came out with that dad bod situation, I was like, ain't nothing wrong with the dad bod.
I had never
but
rolled
the fact
my
that they don't
eyes
have
so
an opposite of that is what like kills me. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, so once again, we're making you guys feel good for looking how you want, which I'm not into body shaming anybody.
No.
But considering how much of it women get, y'all do need to get talked to about how y'all look then
because
too.
When we talk about mom's body in in social media, everybody's talking about how fast they bounced back.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And how those celebrity women's will have like their stomach super tight, no stretch marks, but you just had twins. Get the fuck out of here,
man.
I met one girl who had no stretch marks after 2 kids, and she said her mother was the same way, and that was a hereditary anomaly. Right, and that was it. Other than that, the stomach is
I had stretch marks because my boobs grew too fast.
Right, I'm like, I had some on my side from my hips. Like, come on,
girl,
now.
That's what I'm saying. But
they're normal.
Speaking of women, Joe Biden talking about considering 4 Black women to be running mates with him. And what
considering does not mean
that part.
It is for sure. And there are a lot of people super hype. And although, like I was talking to some other people about, it would be wise for him to do that. It would be perfect pandering material, especially after saying the ignorant bullshit he did.
So that if you don't vote for me, you're not
you're not Black. You don't like hot sauce or chicken if you don't vote for me.
Damn, not even watermelon?
Not even watermelon. That's might as well what the fuck he said. Now, if you want to get the Black female vote, Joe Biden, like, throw in a pack of hair for each person.
Shut the fuck. You get 3 bundles of yak.
You get 3, right? Yeah. What you need? I'm going to run that to y'all. But yeah, just having those candidates up there, whoever they are, if we'll ever know who was really on that list, because I don't know. That doesn't mean he's going to pick one of them. So I'm like, I'm more so in we gonna see mode than I am just getting overhyped about shit. I do think it's a little odd with so much stuff going out right now, and with it being July.
Yes.
Well, July's almost fucking over. It's August is gonna be around the corner. What the fuck are you waiting on? November's gonna be here before you know it. What are you waiting on?
Obviously, November voting. And we're gonna talk about Kanye. Don't think we forgot. That's gonna be our last thing on this episode because we need about like the last half of it to talk about Kanye, which is why we're running through the rest of it really, really fast. I know we've been talking about like the hand sanitizer being toxic for like 3 weeks because they keep adding to the list. Bitch. Now there's 75 on that list from the FDA with the methanol situation.
They are exhausting.
Listen. Why did they approve it in the first place and put it on the market?
I want to know who's really working.
If it's working. Now, here's my thing. Is it weird that they're backtracking and saying these are toxic all of a sudden? Now I'm starting to, critically think.
It's not weird because they've done that several times with other things since this whole shit came out.
What I'm saying is this like whole coconut oil situation again? Do you remember when they said coconut oil is bad for you one year? Do you remember that?
I don't remember that. I remember hearing some negative stuff about argan oil because these oils and the popularity just come in and out.
Yeah,
it went from like shea butter to coke. Because when I noticed the popularity hits its height is when like companies like Dove are like, oh, we have a shea butter deodorant now, and I was like, okay, you guys are like, this has gone too far. Because what do you know about fucking shea butter?
Nothing. They know absolutely nothing, and they only put a minuscule amount on it. Read your fucking ingredients, even if they put it on the label. They don't even.
They'll go ahead and put like the smell of it, and that's it.
Just
you know
like
what I mean? Like
a smidgen.
You gonna smell like it, but I'm like, this ain't what I get from the beauty store.
I was trying to teach my older one about, because she was trying to buy liquid oils, and I was like, look at the back. What's your first ingredient? Well, this is argan oil. I was like, read the first ingredient. It's glycerin. You know what I'm saying? That means most of that bottle is glycerin and not argan oil. I was like, you need to go buy, because argan oil, when you go to buy it, typically, this is the size of the bottle. It's like 3 inches. And then you're paying $15 for it.
Authentic oils, not only are they expensive as fuck, because you're right,
yes.
girl, they are in much smaller ounces than these huge bottles and everything else. You're going to pay a pretty penny.
I mean, I have a collection of oils that I've collected over the, year, but there's a few go-tos that I always re-up all the time. And then there's a few that I use for like disinfectants on like, your skin and whatever. But the fact that, I don't know, something bothers me. I think I might have to look into it. Not all of a sudden, all these sanitizer are toxic, but we've been using it for like decades and decades and decades. Like, are people getting sick from it? Because I haven't seen any reports.
We'd have to do some more research.
I know, because there's nobody saying they're getting sick from the fucking, other than the crazy people who fucking drank it in different places and locations because they were listening to their president.
Well, they better listen to where this mask is, since y'all listen so hard.
That's what I'm saying.
Since y'all listen so hard, I better see everybody that had a red hat on with a mask.
Before we go on our first little cut break, speaking of wearing masks, why did Dollar Tree and Family Dollar just say that their customers don't have to wear masks?
You lying.
Nope. Those are the two most worrisome places for me because of the locations that they are usually at. It's already low income, so people are not getting the right kind of testing abilities available in that area.
Wow. We're going to see if they pull back on that, because that's crazy. Because when you have juggernauts like Walmart and Target being like, hey, this is what the fuck it is.
They
now.
Just like Kroger just went nationwide too. They're like, you can't come in. Like,
and I don't know if this is happening to you, but I think they're checking. It's like the fucking club. I think they checking people at the door, because I saw lines starting again on the outside of Walmart that I haven't seen. I haven't seen that, in a minute. So I'm like, damn.
My Walmart across the street has always had a security person, and their entrance is only one way, one out. You know what I mean? So where the security person is standing, they tell you to wear a mask if you ain't already, and they're turning people away if you don't have a mask before they get into that first set of doors. So there's like a line thing going. Like, it does look like the club line, and that's what they're doing here.
It did. I drove past a couple of days ago, and I was like, what is going on?
I don't know.
This reality.
I got one more thing about Walmart. We'll just talk about it when we come back. Let me take a quick break. We'll be right back.
And we're back, bitch.
I guess that works. You thought.
Yeah, the grab.
Yeah. Anyway, so the other thing I was going to say about Walmart is they're actually closing on Thanksgiving this year. And they're going to be breaking Black Friday traditions. Here's the thing. I know I've talked about this before with y'all because I've been in retail for 17 years prior to quitting. Mm-hmm. And I remember when Thanksgiving was a closed day. I remember when Christmas Eve was a very, very light hour thing.
Oh, yeah. It would be kind of a sacred, if you will. And I don't know what's happened over the years with greed and stores. But it went, what I think, now that I'm having an epiphany, I think as the rise in commonality of people shopping online came, and these juggernauts like Amazon that are like, you can get whatever the fuck you want from us 24/7. You'll have it the next day via a drone dropping it off. These stores, if they want to stay alive and afloat, they have to compete. So now it's like, hey, I remember Black Friday sales would be, people would still go there and like spend the night or have a little tent or whatever.
Oh, right. Yeah.
They would do that. Now,
but it wasn't as extreme.
No, now they do shit like it's a day or two before the actual
Black
Friday.
When they started doing, one of my stores I worked at was like, we're going to start our Black Friday sale on Wednesday.
I was
PM.
like,
And then when I started seeing all the, like, remember when Toys R Us was like 72-hour Black Friday? So I was like, they stayed open for 3 days, like around the clock. And so did a whole bunch of other places. And I just could not understand why it was like, I would be so mad. I can say it now because I don't work there. I would be so mad when I had to do Black Fridays like on Thursday, because on Thursday, on Thanksgiving, I would have to go in either at midnight or 6 p.m. and then be back for the mid shift on Black Friday because I was still the manager.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, you bet your ass I had a couple of glasses before I left.
I know you did. I'm not mad at it.
And the worst part is when it was clothing, nobody would buy clothing because it's big ticket item days, and clothing stores don't get like rush hours until like mid-afternoon on Black Friday when everybody's done looking at all the big ticket items. So it wasn't even that
always
serious.
Crazy to me because I'm just like, me and my mom would do shit like be early at Dillard's because I'd get my perfume. She would get her designer bags. Like we rack up and stuff
my mom
like
loves
that.
Doing that. Oh, my mom
I love
and my brother. They bougie.
If she's here around this time this year, I hope we get to hit one up because your brother is bougie.
I know.
I just heard
Everybody
you say
says
that.
I'm bougie too, but
no, your brother's way worse than you.
He is way worse than. I hope he's listening. I don't even think he listens. He don't even care about
like
me.
when he left my place and he had his little designer wallet.
Wait a minute. Wait. I'm sorry. What was that? Designer wallet?
Huh?
I'm sorry. No, he does. He does like, I think we all like nice things. It's just that, but it was really funny when he went to a Goodwill for the first time, like last year when I was taking my mom, because I was like, I go there to like flip purses sometimes, like online and stuff. And he was like dropping her off and he was like, I'm coming. Like he was so intrigued. Like he started Instagramming it like it was something else.
That sounds about right.
I was like, so that's his nickname now is Dan Dashian. I was like, keeping up with Dan Dashian.
Oh my God. You should have never told me that shit. When he gets back on this show, I'm going to drag his ass.
It's just, it's so amazing how smart he is. And then he just be lost. He's just like, what did my friend call it?
He's you.
What? No.
You're literally describing yourself.
I'm not like that. Not usually. But my friend called it the Urkel syndrome, where you're like super smart, but like there's some things that are normal that escape you.
I feel like that's almost every kind of maybe more textbook smart person.
Maybe.
It's like you don't get the best of both worlds.
Textbook smart. Because he never did his own work, remember?
That doesn't mean you're not smart.
That's true.
Not on that level, because we all got into that big debate about that. But he is very bright. But I'm honestly done complimenting him. So we're beefing right
now. Let's move on to something else. How about before we get to Kanye? I have to touch on this because you're a baby witch. And I've already been. That's what we call newbies, right? Baby witches, yes. And I'm already a light-bearing witch that's into greenery, so that's my thing. Your baby witch friends are hexing the moon and the Fave, and we don't want that.
Can y'all stop?
Can y'all stop? Don't fuck with the Fave.
Can you redirect that energy?
If you don't know what that is, go Google it and look it up. I'm not going to sit here and explain everything, but there are entities that you should not be fucking with if you're new. Or you may know
if you watched True Blood, because they was introducing so much shit.
Were they? I never watched it. I probably need to go back.
Because the main character kind of ended up being like half fae or something like that. It was a lot. But I ended up hearing about folklore and things that I had never known that were attached to
all of that,
werewolves and witches.
Yes,
and
there's so many layers
and stuff that you don't know because there's like a hierarchy, I guess. So I was like, damn, I didn't know A, B, and C. So the first couple of seasons of that show were great.
But so no, for real, I don't think the moon can be actually hexed because it's way too powerful for all of that. But the phase, you might want to leave the phase alone. I'm just saying.
You gonna end up like that one girl. What did she try to do? Like summon that voodoo spirit or something like that, and then she died.
That. Have you not learned from the past and all the people who have tried all of this? The stories.
Wait a minute. Who are the people that are doing this? What do they look like?
They're baby witches.
What do they look like?
Shall we go there? I mean, it's...
We're going to have to, because I'm thinking maybe if I was one of those white people that just believed I am better than everyone else, of course I can hex the moon.
They're mostly Caucasian because they're on TikTok doing it. It's WitchTok is what's called.
Of course I can hex the moon. I'm white. I can do whatever I want.
I'm privileged. I'm white. No, for real though. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. Speaking of hexing, let's talk about our real topic today, Kanye West and his presidential campaign speech that happened the other day.
You child.
Oh,
and his tweets.
His tweets have now been taken down, but CJ was already on it and taking receipts and all kinds of stuff. So let me tell you what it...
Read some of them.
Let me tell you what it sounded like. He was like, everybody knows the movie Get Out is about me. That's the first one of them. What he was like, West children will never do Playboy, right? And then he was like, I put my life on God that North's mom would never photograph her doing Playboy, and that's on God. I'm at the ranch. Come and get me. And then he was saying Kim was trying to fly to Wyoming with a doctor to lock me up like on the movie Get Out because I cried about saving my daughter's life yesterday. Because he was talking about Planned Parenthood. If you haven't seen it, you should go watch the whole video. It's only like 7 or 8 minutes long, most of it. Here's my thing, and then this is what I was telling. Let me see if I can find my text, because I had already read it, and my friend who sent me some of the screenshots were like, did you see it? I was like, oh girl, I already read all of it. My thing is, what kind of Epstein shit is going down right now? Because you know that judge up there who lost her husband and son.
I reposted it. I could like that was the very last thing too, because I pay attention to how articles post, when they post, in the order they put things. And a lot of times people ain't going to read. That's why if you follow me on Facebook, I'll post the majority of the stuff up there for you. I love that you do that
article, the main portion, the quote.
Because people are fucking lazy.
I'm gonna start doing
we like to. You're gonna have to, because they won't read what you're putting out there. They won't click on it. So anyway, I find it interesting when I feel like the most important things that were part of the article are at the bottom of the article, almost like ensuring if you don't read this whole thing, you won't get to it anyway. So when I repost it, I typically copy paste the bottom and put it first. So when that came up, I was like, y'all have to understand that this relates to Epstein. And some people were coming at me like, oh, give it a rest. This is unrelated. I'm like, if that nigga's name comes up in anything,
that's the thing.
Somebody died, ain't no unrelated.
So here's my thing. Why is Kanye so distraught that his daughter might be in Playboy? Because North is still like a few years old. She ain't. But
no. But you know what we talk about here, and if you
I know the pedo ring. That's what I'm saying. To hear it.
But even that and the MK Ultra shit and the programming and
I said that too.
All because they eventually have their breakdowns. It happened to Kanye. It happened to Britney. They all eventually have their program.
Shit, Britney's going through that shit with her dad right now, where she's trying to get her life back.
Someone, a fan had asked her if she really needs help, you know, and this was in like one of the millions of comments she gets. They were like, post a picture of a flower or something like that. And the next 2 posts, she did her selfies like that, and then she had posted a picture of a flower. Somebody scanned those comments and put everything together, because she was wearing a shirt that had flowers all on them, and then the second picture was just of her hand holding some flowers, which seemingly seems so random, because she does a lot of selfies, but she doesn't do stuff like that.
No, it's always dance or exercise or
this free Britney thing has been going on for years. Years.
And that's what I'm
saying.
A
lot of evil shit going on that Kanye has participated in. Kanye's finally having a breakdown about, and I can only imagine if I'm in this world of this access and this money and all the fucked up shit I'm pretty sure they see or do, and then you have this clarity moment where you're like, I can't have this baby
when he said
kids.
that clarity moment in the movie Get Out, when that clarity moment happens and that person yells to get out, that and him saying that that's him, makes me look, I'm getting goosebumps, makes me believe that he has a handler. It's some kind of MK situation. He realizes that his daughter is in danger.
What do you mean has a handler? He married her.
Basically, his daughter is in a dire situation because he keeps talking about not doing Playboy.
Have you seen how Kim sometimes has that girl dressed and posing?
Yes.
Like, I ain't mad at Kanye.
I'm not either. And so, now here's the kicker. I respect Dave Chappelle hardcore.
Oh yeah, for showing up for his friend.
That nigga flew out to Wyoming to be with Kanye.
Which was
Dave
real.
Chappelle's not stupid. And I really have a hard time thinking that he has any evil things that he's doing right now. Maybe in the past, maybe he's been in in or around it and maybe even done some shit. But when he
him
left,
staying so low key and being out in the middle of
he had to
out here in
leave.
Ohio.
He went to Africa to leave.
He didn't want to sell out.
Yes, because he was like, I can't do this. So for me, the fact that Dave Chappelle, of all people, flew out to go see Kanye says a lot about Kanye's mental situation, because that means that it's
and the
not
fact
up
that
to
Kanye
him.
allowed it, because typically Kanye's just all about them, which I thought was weird, even in the sense of you got a whole ass another family in Chicago. Why don't we ever see you around them or them around you? Or you're just all about the Kardashians. And I'm like, something's not right about us not seeing you around some people that look like you, bruh. And then to me, what was even funnier, and also why I'm kind of looking at them, because I'm like, I don't know how in our conspiracy talk about, you know, people in the industry, I don't know how shit's going to pan out for Jay-Z and Beyonce, because you go from people that seemingly are playing into the roles they want you to be to pushing a very pro-Black agenda, which had nothing but backlash really since the Super Bowl.
Well, yeah.
With Beyonce doing that. So I'm kind of like...
And with her new shit coming out too?
And girl, I'm like, y'all watch them, because I would not be surprised if certain deals all of a sudden weren't going through, or they won't allow you to have access to A, B, and C. I wouldn't be surprised by that at all, but I'm not surprised by Jay-Z and Kanye falling out.
I'm just, you know, I have a theory about Jay-Z and Beyonce. I think that they go for the culture, but they doing shit in the background to make it work. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's too many, like that drummer that she had that was like, I can't, like, they killed my cat.
I remember hearing about that years ago.
And I saw that shit on YouTube. Left. It never sat right with me.
I saw that shit on YouTube and was like, what the fuck?
She wasn't an actress. She's just a drummer. And the fact that she was so distraught in that way in front of the camera, like, I don't know, maybe she is a good actress. Who knows? But why would anybody go out of their way?
Oh, you're talking about that lady. I know you weren't talking about Beyonce. Sorry.
No, not Beyonce.
I was like, bitch,
the
what?
Drummer.
Let's not lie.
But you know what I'm saying? But like, and so that's the other thing. As much as I don't like a lot of Kanye's antics, like I used to listen to him, which makes me wonder when he put out that album with Through the Wires, was it? Like, because of the accident that he had.
That was around his first, I want to say, commercial singles.
Right. And why was it Through the Wires? Why did he get into the accident? Was there something he fucking made into a contract to get to where he needs to get to, and now he's starving to pay?
If we're going down that route, I would definitely say that was more so a turn with his mom dying.
And so was his mom dying like?
Because I'm looking at sacrificing, because that was around the time that happened, around that time, around that same 3 to 5 year period too. Like all of Jennifer Hudson's family was killed.
Dude, that shit had me done. I was like, no.
And then you won an Oscar or some shit that next year. I'm like, oh hell no, nope. Y'all doing too much. Like,
and so to me, I feel like when you sign contracts with your blood, you just don't know when it's coming for you. So
you don't know when it's coming or how it's coming.
And you know, and I'm sure some of y'all listening to us might think we're crazy, or maybe not. Maybe you guys agree.
Now, if we're talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce, I could see them doing some shit, because I saw this on a weird like Netflix movie where you are still very much for the culture and your people, but like you said, you're doing shit that you have to do to still keep your status.
That's what I'm saying.
Almost like one of those things where it's like, you still owe us a virgin every year. We don't care how it gets done, but get it done.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like they sign something, they're like, shit. But like, it's like the cause for the majority, right? If you kill this one person, 1 million people lives.
Yeah.
Are you going to go with that? Or do you let the 1 million people die? And if that's the type of choice that they have, then they would definitely go sacrifice that one person.
Right.
You know, so.
But you know what, CJ? Y'all haters corny with that Illuminati mess.
That is her song. Oh my God. Disclaimer, we don't own it. It's Beyonce's.
That is the song.
Anyway, for real though, we'll see what happens, and I don't know what's gonna happen with this presidential fucking race this year because it's
just when I thought it couldn't get no goddamn
but
crazier.
all
girl.
we need is Terry Crews to dress up like what's his Camacho from fucking Idiocracy and just be in the running. Maybe well that was 2024, so that's coming up anyway. So we'll see what happens.
Well, while you playing, I'm like maybe.
Hey, Terry been in the news a lot with the fucking racial shit, so who knows?
I cannot with him with that. He is hardcore cooning. Child, let it go.
Anyway, if you've been listening to us and you love it, make sure you subscribe to our podcast on your favorite platform. If you are on YouTube, make sure you like and comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can get our new episodes every Monday at 9 a.m. And if you're into us, we have a hour-long one every Thursday at noon Central as well. Just the regular Triangl episode. So
just the regular degular.
Just regular degular. If you
hopefully you guys
week's,
will hear Dee's voice.
Hopefully he'll not adult so hard, but I know a lot of his managers are out because of the CV virus, and he's the only one that's capable because he probably has antibodies.
You know what's crazy? I hear all that and still don't give a fuck, so I have to check myself.
Anyway,
all of that's valid. I just don't fucking care. Get on the show, D.
See, I know we miss you. We do. That's our way of saying I miss you.
That's our way of saying we miss you.
Anyway, well, stay woke, safe, and logical, and blessed. If you're Black, stay Black. If you're not, support POC and allies unite. We'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.
Bye. I love it.